Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome you guys to the channel. It's your boy Big Dog back with guess this is a review. And listen, this is my review for Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. Just gonna put this out there. The movie been out for almost 2 weeks. I'm one of the last few people to see it. Seems like everybody else has seen it, so there's no point in me doing a regular review. This is definitely gonna have spoilers. So if you have not seen Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, catch up with you later. Yeah. Come back when you see it. Now, let's get into this review. I really dug this film, but this is like one of the most conflicting films I think I've ever seen because I really, really liked it, and I think it has some really great moments. But there are some stuff that you just know, like, oh, okay, wait, what, is this not? First of all, The Last Jedi completely ruins this. Like what, or this completely ruins The Last Jedi. That's the thing I'm conflicted about, because if you take The Force Awakens and you take it and you remove The Last Jedi and then you have this movie, it damn near works. Like it damn near works. You just just pretend Snoke and Luke died. The rest of this movie plays like it picks up right after that. That's it. Like it's beyond me. Like the fact that they brought, I know this is just a clear indication that they had no like vision as to where the entire this final trilogy was gonna go, and like J.J. Abrams he did the best that he could, because like, hey, you can't. People, Last Jedi is very controversial. Me personally, I don't like the film all that much. I don't hate it like some people do, but I don't like the film all that much. I think a lot of characters got halted in that film, and like the end of that film, Kylo Ren is supreme leader. This film, he goes over to the light side, I guess I'm gonna say. But it's just it's a constant back and forth. And then we get the last Jedi is Rey don't know who her parents are. And now this one she's having visions. Like there's so much stuff that's happening that just kind of like erasing stuff that happened in The Last Jedi. And like kind of like oh, this been going on the whole time. Like if they would have never killed Snoke in The Last Jedi, they could have been like, oh, Snoke was behind the fleet, not Palpatine. You know what I'm saying? Or why the fuck? Or how are they even a fleet when you have Starkiller Base? You have some more stuff that destroys planets, and just a whole bunch of star destroyers, but they destroy planets. It's just a bunch. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, though, I don't give a damn. I had a good time watching this damn movie. Yep, hand in my mouth. Listen, I also will say this. I teared up at a couple moments in this film. The ending, yeah, definitely. Not when Leia died or Kylo died. It was when the very end were like Finn, Rey, and Poe hugged. Yeah. Listen, I told people, me personally, it's just me. Force Awakens is my favorite Star Wars film. Okay, so of course this new group is probably, I ain't gonna say it won't be my favorite because I'm a solo fan, but like I've never just had a Jedi that I just like claimed on to. You know what I'm saying? Probably Samuel L. Jackson, but every other Jedi, they all have some traits about them I don't like, and Rey does too. Like sometimes Rey just seems like she does not know what's going on, or like she doesn't know what to do, and then she just figures it out. You know, kind of like people call her a Mary Sue. I don't really care. It's just my opinion. But favorite character I knew was going to be Finn, and my reason I probably disliked The Last Jedi the most out of these is because I feel like his character completely like took a nosedive, and then he kind of got brought back up in this. And like the connection between him and Rey, I always thought was like great, just because, more or less because John Boyega and Daisy really just have great chemistry on screen together. I think they have the best chemistry out of everybody, other than like John Boyega and Oscar Isaac, because they have great chemistry. So it's just certain things like this movie is basically like, hey, we have to go here, we have to go here, we have to go here, we have to go here. Just a big ass adventure film. I feel like it was trying to fit in two movies into one, because it's like, hey, kind of like trying to erase what happened in The Last Jedi and to do this. And I think I don't know who is on. I don't. I'm not gonna blame Disney because it's like Disney basically said, "Hey, write a Star Wars story." J.J. Abrams wrote a Star Wars story, and then it's like he passed it off, but there was no guideline to like, "Hey, this is where it has to finish off at." Because think about it, J.J. Abrams did the first one, Ryan Johnson did the second one, and I forgot who was supposed to do the third one. It wasn't even supposed to be. It wasn't initially J.J. Abrams. So it's like you asked three different directors who have three different. I mean, well, basically, in how it turned out, you had two directors who have two different styles to make a trilogy together, in which neither they didn't come together and have a cohesive, like this character going here, we're gonna take them through this and that, and that's the film we got. Once again, with all that being said, I still like this damn movie. Does it have a problem? Yeah. If I feel like if you if you kind of it depends on what you believe or not, what you are willing to believe. If you're willing to believe that like, hey, Palpatine's been controlling things all the time, then this movie gonna work for you. Me personally, yeah. Was it? Oh yeah, Palpatine alive? Sure. I mean, Darth Maul did it. I mean, come on. They literally died the exact same way. Got sliced and then fell. So if Palpatine, who is all powerful, can survive, I know what's making us survive. I like the addition of I like all the new characters. I like the stuff that they did. I thought Chewie died at one point. That was a big moment with like with Rey, but I'm like, they're not going to keep killing off character. I'm like, I knew Leia was going to have to die. I mean, she didn't have to, but like, it was better that way to have her go out on her own terms and stuff, kind of like Luke. I enjoy like the crazy enough the force going the being able to like use the force and be with the other person at in battle. That was actually cooler than what Luke did in The Last Jedi. I keep trying to, it's not that I'm dissing The Last Jedi, I'm just saying this time the sabers actually crossed. You know what I'm saying? The lightsaber battle with the on the water with the old Death Star was there. That was cool. Finn having people to relate to about being former stormtroopers, I thought that could have been. Just kind of wish this was like a lot of this was in a second movie, man. That's my only thing. I wish it was like in the second movie and not in the last one, because I kind of wish that we could have explored more with some of these other characters. See, the stuff they did with C-3PO, C-3PO was probably the funniest person in the family. I thought he was hilarious. True was great. Lando was great. He didn't really do too much, but like that's kind of what I expected. Rey was great. She just the fact that she's conflicted, the fact that she's a Palpatine, and that's kind of like really really believable to me, considering the fact that like Palpatine was a Sith. No, the Jedi and stuff, they can have sex, they can go love people, but I mean, listen, if you're a Sith, I'm out here, okay? I'm out here having all the sex I want. I can do what I want. I'm pretty sure Palpatine got some more kids somewhere around the galaxy. I mean, come on. I mean, what else? Oh, the scene where Palpatine takes their power and Kylo just so happens to get up. And I know the Force healing stuff, like it was used 3 times in this film. Kind of wish it wasn't. I mean, listen, Baby Yoda can Force heal. And you can make up all the excuses, but like, hey, he could possibly come from a species or who's very strong with the Force. All right, whatever. Rey's the granddaughter of Palpatine. So okay, we want to make an excuse. But the fact that Baby Yoda knew how to heal people just because, like, so the fact that she's been getting trained by Leia, who's her master, so it's not really too surprising. I like the fact that we get to see Leia was training to be a Jedi, because some people talked to me about that, and I was like, oh, okay. It's not surprising that she used to, you know what I'm saying, train in the ways, because who her father is, who her brother is. But yeah, the Force healing, when she healed the snake, I think that was just only so they can show her healing people later on, which kind of makes you wonder, like, if they can heal, Jedi can heal people, like, why haven't they been doing it? Couldn't Obi-Wan healed Qui-Gon, or there's a lot of Jedi who died, and like you could have definitely healed them, especially. So that was the thing. It's just like, because they used it for Kylo and then they used it on Rey at the end. So I'm like, all right, whatever. But me personally, I'm just like, cool. I mean, I mean, you can look at it like, no, that doesn't make sense. No, it makes sense. It just maybe wasn't set up well, and that's this. It's the exact same way I feel about the Last Jedi. Where I feel like that's cool. This works, but it wasn't set up well. A lot of this film has the exact same problem. It works, but it wasn't set up well. It just, which one do you enjoy more? This one is the one I enjoy because it gave you a whole bunch of cool moments, like all the star destroyers, and then you see the rebel fleet, which looked amazing. That scene was great. It's like so many moments, and then you just pick out just like that is a shining spot. And if you accept it, that's cool. But if you don't, you're probably not gonna like the film. But once again, really dug it. Force Awakens is still, for me, my favorite Star Wars film. I don't know why I would rank this one amongst the other Star Wars films. I've only seen it once, and that was an hour ago. So I'm give me some time with it. You know what I'm saying? Then, but like overall, yeah, I enjoyed it. To me, it's a solid B movie. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too crazy, but I like it. I kind of, if somebody was invited me to go see it again, I would go see it again, most definitely. But you guys let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I'll catch up with you guys later. Peace.